All right, now we're going to have our starting lineups. All right, we welcome you in here to Aurora University basketball. I'm Steve Moga, and sitting in for Sean Fry here tonight as the Spartans host the Cougars of Concordia College. The Spartans come in with an overall record of 7-14, 4-10 in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, tied for 10th. The Spartans, however, are 1-9 in their last 10 conference games. Meanwhile, the Cougars are 11-10 overall, 7-7 in conference play. They are tied for 6th right now. In our starting lineups just a moment ago, our PA announcer Jack Dorsey introducing the lineups for the Spartans in their gray home jerseys. As it's controlled by the Spartans, it's Javon McCautry, a 6'4 sophomore from Broadview. Isaiah Davis, a 6'5 freshman from Kankakee. Also, Makai Doby, a 6'3 freshman from Rockford, Guilford High School. A 6'5 senior, Dwayne Javier Jr. from Oak Forest. And 6'4 senior Michael Osborne. The Cougars look to get on the board first, and they do as William Bishop Green finishes off that slam dunk to give the Cougars the early lead here. For Concordia, as McCautry scores inside to tie it up. It's Justin Greenlee, a 6'2 senior from Brown Deer, Wisconsin. 6'5 junior William Bishop Green, mentioned a moment ago, he's from Chicago's Kenwood Academy. 6'4 grad student from Olney, Illinois, Brent Hatton. Their key guy, Jordan Matthews, a 6'1 senior from Chicago's St. Rita High School. And Jacob Collicott, a 6'3 junior from Lafayette, Indiana. Javier with the rebound. Spartans will bring it up here. Just underway here from Aurora University against Steve Moga, along with camera guy Ethan Carmine, a Spartans lacrosse player, manning the camera tonight. The drive, the shot is short. This is Bishop Green. He'll give it off to Greenlee. Crowd slowly filtering in here to Thornton Gymnasium and Lancaster Court, home of the Spartans basketball and volleyball teams, named after former head coach James Lancaster, a Hall of Fame coaching career. They named the court after him in 2016 as the shot is off, and McCautry with the rebound. Mentioned the Cougars come in here 11-10. They have not had a problem scoring points. They are the top scoring team in the conference right now. McCautry, turnaround jumper is long, and Osborne's going to track down that rebound. And a long throw almost gets away, and now it'll be stolen. And knocked back away, and the Spartans will come away with it. Cougars averaging 83.1 points per contest. Long three is good. Makai Doby, the jumper, and the Cougars have seen enough already. Head coach Rashawn Searles is going to take a timeout. His assistant coaches, as you mentioned, Justin Bodorf, Mark Condotti, and Jimmy Fields. The student managers for the Cougars, Glenn Pollard and Shane Wyke. Spartans head coach in his second season, Steve Christensen. Assistant coaches Brandon Smith, Bob Barnett, and Bryce Logsdon. These two teams met, obviously, earlier in the year in the game in River Forest, in which the Spartans were in control for most of it, led throughout the entire, pretty much the first half, led at 33-30 at halftime, still had the lead past the midway point of the second half, had actually an 8-point lead at 63-55. And then the Cougars went on a 13-4 run over the next 2.5 minutes, took the lead 68-67, and then some turnovers toward the end of the contest proved very costly for the Spartans as the Cougars pulled away to win 86-76. Noah Butler had 15 points in that game for the Spartans. Michael Osborne 14, and Javon McCautry and Javier both had a dozen points. Concordia's main guy, Jordan Matthews, had 8 threes in that game. Should also give a quick shout out to Brian Kipley and his crew, statisticians here tonight. Thank you, Jack Fisher. Trying to make me sound better than I normally do. Osborne on a drive, it's off the mark, and the putback by Javier. The Spartans with a 7-4 lead here in the early going quickly the other way. Javier pulls the rebound away. McCautry pushes it up. Got room down the lane. No call, and Javier there for the putback. So right now the Spartans winning the battle on the boards. Concordia, I mentioned, one of the top scoring, or they are the top scoring team in the NAC. So it seems like to be a matter of time before they get going offensively. And there's the block, and now a foul. That foul is going to go against Jacob Kawakot, his first personal. First team foul, first foul of the game. Long inbounds to Doby. Again, fans still slowly filtering in here. Osborne, McCautry. Looking, kick it back out. Spartans patient here on offense with an early 9-4 lead. Osborne down the lane a little wild, but there again, crashing the boards is Javier with the putback again. Wayne Javier's got 4 quick points, and now bucket at the other end. Javier already with 5 rebounds for the Spartans. McCautry's long 3 off the mark. Kawakot with the rebound. This is Emmanuel Wilson, his shot off the mark. Wilson, a senior from Wheaton North High School, into the game here for Concordia. Pull-up jumper by Doby's good. Makai Doby with 2. 13-6 Spartans. Now Justin Greenlee with the dribble. Long 3-pointer on the way by Brent Hatton is good. (13-9). Cougars get back within striking distance. They switch to a man-to-man defense now. Osborne back out to Doby, tapped away. And a substitution here for Concordia. It's Aaron Brown, a 6'5" freshman from Romeoville, come into the contest, replacing Hatton. Also, Makai Dowie will take a seat for the Spartans. Into the game right now for Aurora's Josh Holmes. 6'2 junior from Chicago's De La Salle. Osborne, this is Holmes. Long three by Josh. Just before the buzzer, nothing but net. Josh Holmes from downtown gives the Spartans a 16-9 lead. On the drive now. Great defensive help right there as Justin Greenlee's shot gets swatted away. Spartans in the early going here been very aggressive on the glass and on the defensive end. Spinning move, lost the handle. Matthews, and it'll come back to the Spartans here. Osborne on the drive. Oh, and he lost it going up. Thought he was fouled, got no call. Long pass up ahead, Matthews. And his block shot is partially blocked. Holmes with the good defensive play, and he'll bring it up. Isaiah Davis looking for three. The last pass to the corner. Good. Osborne hits the three and looks at the official, Tom Warwick, going, hey, there's a lot of contact after that. I want to mention our officials here tonight. Ken Moreland, Tom Warwick, and Kyle Peterson are our three officials. And now a steal. McCautry, the two-handed flush. And Coach Searles has seen enough here. Concordia going to talk things over here. A 30-second timeout for the Cougars. As the Spartans jump ahead here, 21-9. Mentioned here while we've got a chance, the Aurora University women are in River Forest playing Concordia tonight as the men and women flip-flop. Aurora University and Coach Ryan Repson, they're 16-6 overall, 9-4 in the NAC, while Concordia is 6-15, 3-9 in conference play. Those two teams going at it in River Forest tonight. So a rejuvenated Spartans team here so far, looking a lot better on the offensive end and the defensive end. Aurora University, I mentioned, 1-9 in their last 10 conference games. They've lost several close games. Lost by 5 at Milwaukee School of Engineering. Lost by 4 at Concordia, Wisconsin. They lost by 3 at Rockford. They also lost in overtime at Marion by 6 points. Lost by 4 points at Dominican. A lot of road losses, in other words, and all here in the latter part of the season. Spartans at one time were rolling pretty good in conference play. They were 3-0 to start off. Spartans foul will send Darian Williams to the line. His first free throw is good. Williams, a 5'11 junior from Garland, Texas. Second one is off the mark, and Javier with yet another rebound. Osborne will bring it up here for the Spartans. Just about 8 minutes into our game, Aurora U with a 21-10 lead. Lob inside, McCautry with a mismatch size-wise. They'll go up and put it in. Got a little height advantage there on Joel Watts, the 5'9 junior, who was trying to guard him down there. This is Watts with the ball. Emmanuel Wilson, a long three and off the mark, and Noah Butler, who is into the game for the Spartans, snags the rebound. The 6'6 junior from Lawrence, Kansas, Noah Butler. Javier on the block. Look to dish it off. He'll turn and shoot. Rimming and good. Aurora U can do no wrong here in the early going. Wilson, pull up off the glass and good. Emmanuel Wilson with the jumper. Quickly up ahead, Isaiah Davis got ahead of the defense and he'll score easily. The freshman from Kankakee's Bishop McNamara High School with her first bucket of the game. A crossover, lost the handle. Fight for it on the floor, Osborne, and they're going to Yeah, he had it, and Tom Warwick, the official right there, is going to give the Spartans the timeout as he quickly and alertly called timeout. So it'll be Aurora University timeout, a 30-second timeout here. Should mention that you can get your Aurora University Spartan sports wear. You can go online, Aurora's Spartans online store, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, shorts, you name it. That's athletics.aurora.edu/sports. Go to the store link and go through the Aurora University Spartans BSN Sports Store to get all your Aurora University gear. Aurora University in command here early. 27-12. Dwayne Javier with 8 points, 6 points for Javon McCautry, 5 points for Makai Doby, 3 points each for Michael Osborne and Josh Holmes, and 2 points for Isaiah Davis. So far, the Spartans have done a very good job of keeping Mr. Matthews under wraps. Jordan Matthews, the leading scorer for the Cougars, has yet to dent the scoring column. They're the running one-hander in the lane for Noah Butler, and it's a 17-point Spartan lead here. A little surprising. There's a shove, and no, they're going to call a blocking foul instead. That could have gone either way. That foul will be on Butler. Correction, I guess Makai. I thought he said Makai Doby picked up that foul. Let's check that as we go here. It is whistled on Makai Doby. Long three off the mark. Offensive rebound pulled down by Brown. He'll kick it back out. Wilson look to drive. Cut off by Jeffrey Hilmer, who's into the lineup for the Spartans. The 6'4 freshman from Sycamore. Now another scramble on the floor for the ball. And a jump ball. The Cougars will retain possession with just 6 seconds on the shot clock. While they wipe up the floor here. Brown will take a seat, and Liam Cameron will come in, a 7-foot junior from Ventura, California, on the floor now for the Cougars. Long three off the mark. Davis will let it go out of bounds as the shot clock went off as well. We'll go back to Aurora University. Greenlee and Matthews will return for the Cougars. Full court pressure here by Concordia. Man-to-man full court. Doby bring it across. He'll drive all the way. A lot of contact, and count the bucket. And when Bishop Green is probably going to get whistled for that foul. Indeed, it is on him. He wasn't happy about the call, but he will get the blocking foul. And Doby will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. So the second team foul against the Cougars. Ian Ravagni will come in for the Cougars. He checks in and will replace Emmanuel Wilson, as Michael Osborne also takes a seat for the Spartans. And Doby completes the three-point play. It is 32-12, a 12-point lead for the Spartans. We're halfway through this first half of action. Again, Steve Moga here, along with my cameraman, Ethan Carmine, here from Thornton Gymnasium, Lancaster Court at Aurora University. Pass inside, broken up by Hilmer, and he'll get the steal. Trying to get it into the big guy, Cameron. Doby now, guarded by Greenlee. The Spartans, they've been in complete control here this first half, holding the top scoring team in the conference in check. Only 12 points through the first 10 minutes of play. Spartans running the clock down now. Dobie, 5 on the shot clock. He'll pull up, jumper, no. Butler almost had the rebound, and Greenlee will come away with it. Inside of the big guy, Cameron can't get it to go. And Davis wrestles the ball away for the Spartans. Quickly up ahead, McCautry. And back out to Dobie as the Spartans will set things up. And as Coach Stevenson was trying to give instructions to Dobie, he turned and looked away, and very alertly Bishop Green with the steal and the one-handed slam. That might be the thing the Cougars need here to get them going, to spark them a little bit. Spartans being a lot more patient on offense than they were here in the early going. McCautry, he'll drive against the 7-footer. Left-handed shot is up and good. I think he thought Cameron was going to come at him defensively, but he never did, and McCautry finishes it. 34-14, Spartans. Long three off the mark, and Dobie with the rebound. Up ahead to Butler. He'll give it back out to Dobie. He'll set things up on the offensive end for the Spartans. Davis working. And now his pass is picked off. This is Greenlee, and he'll lay it in for an easy 2. The Cougars have 16 points, 8 buckets so far. Actually, 7 buckets and a couple free throws. Of those 7 buckets, at least 3 of them are layups, breakaway layups at that. If the Spartans do a little bit better job on that with the basketball, they would be even further ahead. Substitutions for the Spartans is Dobie will take a seat. So will Davis. So for Aurora University, it'll be Butler, Osborne, Holmes, McCautry, and Hilmer on the floor for Aurora University. The ball tapped away. Spartans will retain possession. Shot clock down to 6 here. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Aurora University in command right now with the lead 34-16. Again, the Spartans came into this one 7-14 overall, just 4-10 in the conference. While the Cougars are 11-10 and 7-7 in conference play. Javier on a drive and the whistle. He's going to get the foul on Liam Cameron. The 7-footer will pick up his first foul, a third team foul against the Cougars. Well, all we need now is for Atem Scholl to come in for the Spartans, the 7'1" senior from South Sudan. And we'd have 2 7-footers on the floor at the same time. Javier now. First one on its way and good. Dwayne Javier on the season, an 87% free throw shooter coming into this game overall. 34 of 39 overall on the year. And he's 85% in conference. Second one good as well. Spartans lead back to 20. Cameron will give off to Matthew, who's been held in check so far. The Spartans have put a lot of different people on him already in this game to guard him. There's the left-hander, short. Javier with another rebound. He's got 9 boards already. Down the lane, Javier, nice dish off to Hilmer and an easy layup. And Rashawn Searles has seen enough once again, and he will call another timeout here. Concordia trying to stop the Spartans' momentum. The full timeout, and one person signaled 30, and then they signal full timeout. So a full timeout for Concordia called by head coach Rashawn Searles, and Coach Searles just took over at Concordia. He was assistant head coach a year ago and took over this year. 10 years of experience, and to tell you what, it's got an interesting little bio, and there's got a super 6 degrees of separation story here to share with you real quick. So he spent a year at the University of Georgia under head coach Tom Crean. And Tom Crean's connection goes on then. One of his assistant coaches at the University of Indiana when he was head coach there was Tim Buckley. Well, Tim Buckley's an Aurora native, and he played at Waubonsee Community College and at Bemidji State, where one of his teammates was another Auroran, Dave Heiss, who was the head coach at Waubonsee. But Bemidji State up in Minnesota. So Dave Heiss then, as head coach at Waubonsee, well, of course, he squared off against Aurora University's current head coach, Steve Christensen, more than a few times when Christensen was the head coach for 17 years at Triton Junior College. Well, Christensen happens to be a graduate of Hinckley-Big Rock. And just west of Aurora here, Hinckley-Big Rock is actually the site of the Harlem Globetrotters' very first game ever in 1927. And the tie-in, Rashawn Searles played for the Globetrotters for 2 years after his collegiate career. So how about that for quite a connection? There's your 6, almost 7 degrees of separation and your useless facts for the day. Back to live action here. Short jumper in the lane and off the mark and no good by Collicott. The Spartans will come away with it. Holmes, top of the key 3, rimming in and out. Rebound pulled down by Greenlee. There's Hatton looked at the throw it. He threw it high to Cameron, and he thought it was to somebody else and let it go by him. It's been that kind of a game so far here for Concordia. The Spartans up 38-16. A bit of a surprise in the NAC at this point. Again, the last time these two teams met, Concordia won by 10 points in River Forest. And you never know from one game to the next, but the Spartans have been really struggling lately, 1-9 in their last 10 conference games. And the Cougars, you'd figure to be the odds-on favorite coming into this game, but Aurora U playing very well right now. Skip pass across, McCautry makes a move, kicks it back out. Osborne, high arcing 3 is good. Michael Osborne connecting again. The Spartans' leading scorer on the season coming in, averaging 14.7 points. He's got 6 now for the game. Collicott drives. A little shove, gets the shot off, missed it, knocked away. Scramble for the ball. McCautry with it now. He'll pull it out and set things up here. Or just pull up and hit a shot. Nope. Off the mark, tapped away. And Hatton will get the rebound for the Cougars. Collicott gives a Hatton on the drive. He'll get all the way to the rim, though, and the tip-in is good by Darian Williams, who fouled that up for the bucket. 5 minutes to go here in our first half. Spartans trying to maintain this 20-plus point lead. Aurora U leads 41-18. Long 3 off the mark by Osborne. He'll get his own rebound, go up with it, and he'll get fouled. Caught the Cougars flat-footed as that ball came off hard. And boy, many times you see that long shots produce long rebounds. And Osborne was quick to follow his shot and get to the line. Osborne stepping to the line, a 74% free throw shooter on the season. 58 of 78 from the line coming into this game. And first one rattles around and falls in. Butler will come on for the Spartans. Holmes and Hilmer will take a seat. Osborne's second free throw is also good. That last foul, by the way, was on Brent Hatton of the Cougars. Fourth team foul against Concordia. Greenlee. Turnaround jumper is good. Justin Greenlee with the bucket. He's got 6. The Spartans' lead is 23. Well, if you're Concordia, you're trying to chip away at this here in these last 4+ minutes. Get it to maybe a somewhat manageable deficit if you can. It'd be quite a hill to climb here to get it to single digits, but that's what they definitely want to try and do. Is Javir's shot is off the mark, and now we got a late whistle there. Started to come up the floor, and it looks like it's going to be Isaiah Davis. Yep, Isaiah Davis is First personal foul. Third team foul against the Spartans. So Justin Greenlee will walk it up, guarded by Michael Osborne. Concordia just does not seem to be in sync here offensively tonight. Been a little bit better late as of late, but they really struggled the first 10 minutes of this game. Long three is good there by Brent Hatton. And now they seem to maybe start to pick it up here a little bit. Spartan lead is 20 now, 43-23. 3.5 minutes to go here in our first half. Dobie, Butler. Osborne in the corner. Davis' shot partially blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds off the knee of Noah Butler, and it'll be Concordia basketball. The Spartans, again, looking a little more conservative on offense, a little more deliberate than they were early in the game, where they were really attacking the basket and attacking the Cougars' defense. This is Williams with the ball. Greenlee against Osborne. Down the lane, pull-up jumper is good. Like I said, it seems like the Cougars are starting to find their rhythm now. Pretty big hill to climb, though. The Spartans were up by as many as 23. Osborne into the corner. Davis, Osborne. Dobie, a long three, way off the mark, off Butler's leg again and out of bounds. And Steve Christensen has seen enough. He's going to call timeout. Probably a pretty good call by Coach Christensen there. The Spartans will talk things over to try and get themselves back in rhythm. And Steve Christensen took over, by the way, in the spring of 2022 as the head coach here at Aurora University after spending a year as an assistant coach at Northern Illinois University up in DeKalb. But prior to that, 17 years as the head coach at Triton College in River Grove, amassing over 400 wins. He guided the Trojans to 10 N4C conference championships, 10 of them in those 17 years, 6 Region 4 crowns, as well as being the 2018 NJCAA Division II national champions. Subsequently, he was named the 2018 NJCAA Division II National Championship Coach of the Year and the National Association of Basketball Coaches Junior College Coach of the Year and the Spalding National Junior College Athletic Association Coach of the Year that year. And overall, he was a 5-time District 3 Coach of the Year, 5-time Region 4 Coach of the Year, 5-time Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Junior College Coach of the Year, earning each of those honors in 2006, 2011, 2016, 2018, and 2019. So obviously a really good run at Triton College. And we're back to action here as the Cougars look to continue a little rhythm they've got going on offense. Hatton again wide open, another three. You can't leave that man wide open like that. And suddenly they can feel it. They've got it down to 15. It's 43-28. Spartans with the lead now as we near the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go in our first half. Long three by Osborne. He's got the equalizer. And the lead back up to 18. On the drive, Greenlee kicks it out. It's stolen by Osborne. On the break, 2-on-1. He lays it in. Michael Osborne leading the way now. 10 points for Osborne. And it's back to a 20-point Spartans lead. So just when Concordia felt like they were getting back in the game, Spartans with 2 quick buckets. A lot of contact in the rebound. Finally coming away with it is Williams, and his shot is good. Quickly up ahead. Javier into the lane. Butler kicks it back out to Davis. And Osborne. They'll pull it back out now. Butler. Spartans again being very patient on offense here after building this 20-plus point lead in this first half. Osborne. He had him there for a second. Now kicked away. Scramble for the ball. Cougars will come up with it. Into the corner. Long three is good by Emmanuel Wilson. Under a minute to go now, 50 seconds and counting as the lead back down to 15 again. 48-33, Aurora University. Osborne again trying to get a 2-for-1. Cougars with the rebound. About a 6 or 5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. On the drive, Greenlee. And the foul's going to be whistled against the Spartans. Noah Butler is going to pick up his second personal foul. 4th team foul against the Spartans. Steve Christensen had a long talk with the official on that, but it's not going to matter as Justin Greenlee will go to the line. He is an 83% free throw shooter on the season. And he will get 2 shots here with 23.4 seconds left here in our first half. First one is good. Concordia now down by 14. So Concordia, this is exactly what you wanted, to get it back to a somewhat manageable deficit. They're able to knock 10 points off the Spartans' lead and have it at 13 or under here by halftime. Should be in pretty good shape. Feel like you're in striking distance going into that second half. Second one is also good, so it's back to a 13-point game. Spartans will hold here for the last shot. Dobie at the top of the key. Osborne kind of signaling him on. Into the corner. McCautry. Ball's knocked away by Williams. 7.8 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Dobie to inbound. McCautry. Got to go. He'll just look to shoot the 3. Gets it to Dobie. The short shot off the glass, and but he's got the foul. Draws the foul with 1.9 seconds. It'll be a second foul on Brent Hatton. 5th team foul with 1.9, and officials want the floor to be mopped up a little bit as the bodies went flying there. Dobie on the year has only gone to the line, well, he's 19 of 31, so 61% from the free throw line. He's got the first one. But he's been gradually getting more and more playing time as the season's been going on here. The freshman from Rockford Guilford High School. Isaiah Davis, also a freshman, getting some significant minutes as of late. And Jeffrey Hilmer. Those 3 freshmen have played quite a bit for Steve Christensen's squad this year. Dobie hits both. So it's a 15-point lead for Aurora U. So now the question is, with 1.9, what can the Cougars, what kind of shot can they get off here? A long throw up. Caught, nicely dished off. Wilson with a good look from 3, and then it's off the mark. So that will do it for our first half. The Spartans with a 50-35 lead. 15-point lead after leading by as many as 23 in that first half. And Concordia able to cut into the deficit a little bit there as they finally got their offensive rhythm. After only scoring 12 points in the first 10 minutes of play, they certainly got their offense going in the second half. Well, here at halftime at Aurora University's Lancaster Court. We'll send things down here to our public address announcer, Jack Dorsey, as Aurora University celebrates Black History Month.
Before his passing in 1950, he worked to expand the idea of Negro history to what as we know it now, Black History Month. 1976, President Joe Jordan made the first proclamation of Black History Month, and every president has done so since. The Office of Black Student Initiative and the Black Student Union allows students on campus to highlight Black culture and history throughout the year and create events and opportunities open to all. At this time, Aurora University Are you ready? Ready, set, go! And that's time. 23. Next contestant, are you ready? Ready, go! Last one. Next contestant, are you ready? Next contestant, are you ready? Ready, set, go! That's one. That's two. And that's three. Next contestant, are you ready? Ready, set, go! Aim for reference. Next contestant, are you ready? Ready, set, go! That's one. The opposite black student initiatives and black student meeting
All right, back here at Aurora University's Thornton Gymnasium in Lancaster Court. I'm Steve Moga, filling in here tonight for Sean Fry, and along with my cameraman, Ethan Carmine. Welcome you back here, Spartans basketball live stream. Spartans hosting Concordia here and leading Concordia of Chicago here at halftime, 50-35. I misspoke there toward the end of that first half. The Spartans' biggest lead actually was 25 points at 43-18 with 4:46 left in that first half before the Cougars chipped away at it and got it down to 13 points on several occasions before settling. The Spartans settled with a 15-point lead here at half. For the Spartans here in that first half, Michael Osborne leads the way with 13 points. Dwayne Trevere Jr. with 10 points and 9 rebounds, and Makai Doby with 10 points as well. The Spartans shooting 55.9% in that first half. 7 of 7 from the line as well. And out-rebounding the Cougars as well, 20-14. For Concordia, Justin Greenlee leads the way with 12 points. And Brent Hatton with 3 points. 9 points. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range for his 9 points. Those are the two top scorers for Concordia. Again, the Cougars came into this as the conference's leading scoring team at 83.1 points per game. Opponents averaging 79.8. So just barely a +4 there, or a little more than +3 for the Cougars coming into this, but they really struggled in the first 10 minutes offensively, and they're going to have to really get themselves going to get to their scoring average and have a shot to win this game. The Spartans, meanwhile, are almost dead even. They average 73.1 points per game, and they give up pretty much 73.3 points per contest, so just 0.2 of a point higher. Meanwhile, the women are in action in River Forest at Concordia University. The Spartans lead that game at halftime, 31-25 over Concordia. Again, the ladies for Aurora University enter that game 16-6 overall, 9-4 in conference play, good for fourth place right now, while Concordia is 6-15 overall and 3-9 in conference play. Of course, the men's standings, Aurora Spartans here 7-14 coming into this game, looking for their 8th win. They're 4-10 overall in the conference, but they won just 1 out of their last 10 games in conference play. And meanwhile, Concordia is tied for 4th with an 11-10 record and 7-7 mark in the conference. So we get set to start our second half. It's Davis, Doby, Osborne, McCautry, and Trevere for the Spartans. For the Cougars, it's Bishop Green, also Greenlee, Matthews, Hatton, and Collicott. Spartans basketball here, first possession here in the second half. Skip pass, McCautry. Look to the inside, he's going to get it. Osborne back out to McCautry, down on the block. Trevere. Good ball move by the Spartans. The 3 shot is on its way and good. Makai Doby. Spartans continue to click from long range here. Doby now with 13 points. He's 2 for 3 from three-point range. Osborne has 3 3-point shots as well. Holmes is connected on a 3-pointer. Hatton taps it out, taps it to the wrong guy. Osborne on the break against Collicott. Look to dunk it, and off the back of the iron. And Jacob Collicott's like, I didn't touch him. But he's going to be called for the foul nonetheless. First team foul here against Concordia to start the second half. Second foul on Jacob, as Osborne will go to the line. Osborne averaging 14.7 points per contest, looking to get to his average right here if he could connect in a couple free throws. He's got the first one. upcoming games for the Spartans after tonight. Big game this Saturday here in Thornton Gymnasium as the Spartans host Benedictine. That's a 1 p.m. tip-off. As Osborne hits both free throws, he's got 15 points for the game. Leads all scorers. This is Matthews. Concordia got the lead down to 13 at one point there. That's a great spin move by Collicott, and he lays it in for two. That gets his teammates up off the bench. The Spartans' lead is cut back under 20 again. So can Aurora U continue to keep Matthews in check and score enough here to hold off Concordia throughout the second half? Isaiah Davis with the triple from the right corner. And the Spartans go up by 21. Bishop Green kicks it across. Collicott's three, short. And McCautry has the rebound. Again, the last time these two teams met, Concordia pulled out an 86-76 victory. And in that game, Matthews had 8 3-point buckets. And he has really struggled here tonight. He has yet to score. The leading scorer for the Cougars on the season. Long, high-arcing three by Osborne, and it's an air ball. Hatton with the board. Bishop Green, he'll drive, lose the handle. Javier's got it. And the Spartans back on the attack. Doby to Javier. Good positioning right there, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Dwayne Javier. That'll be his first personal and the first team foul here in this half. Aurora U leading 58-37. We're just a couple minutes into our second half here in Thornton Gymnasium here at Aurora University. Beautiful Spartans campus on the west side of Aurora. Long three in the corners off the mark. And Collicott will push off to get that rebound. Yep, he's going to be whistled for the foul. That's going to be his third personal. And the second team foul against the Cougars here in this half. Rashawn Searles, head coach, looks down the bench, talks to his assistants, but they're not going to put anybody in for Collicott right now, even though he's got 3 fouls here early in this second half. They'll let him try and play through this a little bit. Doby now in between defenders. Off to Osborne, down the lane. High arcing one-hander is good. Michael Osborne having a game. And now a quick foul drawn at the other end. That'll be Dwayne Javier's second personal in as many minutes here. There's a second team foul against the Spartans here this half. So William Bishop Green will go to the line here. Green attempted only 17 free throws on the season coming into tonight's action. 10 of 17. He's now 11 for 18 on the year. 59% free throw shooter. Emmanuel Wilson back in for Concordia as Matthews will take a seat. Uncharacteristic game here for Jordan Matthews, the senior from Chicago St. Rita High School. Doby looks inside, gets it to Javier, and he lays it up and in. Dwayne Javier with a power move inside for the bucket. And the Spartans continue to lead here, but Collicott comes right back. Too easy to get that bucket. The Spartans lead still, though, 22. 62-40, Aurora University in the lead here. Almost 4 minutes into our second half. McCautry, long three, good. Jovan McCautry from downtown. And the Cougars will call timeout once again as Collicott banks it in from 35 feet after they called timeout. The Spartans in command here, 65-40 with the lead as the Cougars call a full timeout. We'll take an opportunity here again to mention upcoming games for both these teams. Again, the Spartans host Benedictine this Saturday at 1 p.m. Then Aurora U goes on the road to Lakeland up in Plymouth, Wisconsin on Wednesday the 14th. So a little Valentine's love to the Muskies up there. The 7 p.m. tip-off. And then the Spartans return home on Saturday, February 17th when they host Dominican with a 1 p.m. tip-off here on Lancaster Court. Meanwhile, Concordia, after tonight's contest, they will host Rockford on Saturday, this coming Saturday, 1 p.m. tip-off in River Forest as they host the Regents. Then they also will host Dominican on Valentine's Day, the 14th, a 7 p.m. tip-off against the Stars. And then another home game to close out the season. 3 straight to close out the year for them as they host Milwaukee School of Engineering on Saturday, the 17th of February. That one with 4:15 p.m. tip-off in River Grove. Those are upcoming games for the Spartans and the Cougars as they close out their seasons, close out the NAC schedule as well. As the Cougars will have the basketball here, but trailing by 25. This is Greenlee off to Williams. Back out. Williams quickly to Wilson. Collicott thought about a 3. Trying to drive on Osborne. He does. Nice spin move and another good bucket by Jacob Collicott. Collicott now has 8 points for the game. 65-42 Aurora U and tapped away. The Spartans will retain possession. This is Javier back out to Doby. Spartan offense has run pretty well tonight with Doby at the point. They've been pretty efficient and pretty successful. McCautry may have gotten away with a travel. Guarded closely, number one against number one. There was Justin Greenlee on the defense and shot off the mark. Here we go, Greenlee against McCautry now on the other end, and got a bump and a whistle. Javon McCautry will pick up his first personal foul. 3rd team foul against Aurora University. So Greenlee will go to the line. Again, he's an 84% free throw shooter on the year coming into this. Rimming and got it. One thing about Greenlee, though, he's only shot 9 3-pointers all season, just 3 for 9 from beyond the arc. He's definitely one of those guys who's going to slash to the bucket more. Not going to settle for the 3 very often. Second free throw is good. The deficit back to 21. 65-44. The Spartans in command. Now some full court pressure here. Through the trap. McCautry across midcourt into the corner. Davis Holman, he'll kick it back to Osborne. Thought about it. He'll drive, dish off to Javier. Nicely done. Hatton got caught not knowing who he was supposed to guard. And an easy bucket for Dwayne Javier. Spartans now with 4 players in double digits as the short jumper in the lane by Justin Greenlee is good. Here comes the trap again. Doby may have waited a little long. Now he's going to try and dribble out. Gets it to Davis. Here we go. 2-on-1 break. All the way to the bucket. Nope. And Davis gets knocked into the wall by Hatton, and he's going to pick up his 3rd personal. 3rd team foul against the Cougars. So Hatton and Collicott both have 3 fouls for the Cougars as Joel Watts and Aaron Brown look to check in for Concordia as Isaiah Davis will go to the line. Davis, 77% free throw shooter on the year, connects on the first one. McCautry with 11, Doby with 13, Javier with 14, Osborne with 17. Leading the way for the Spartans. Davis' second free throw, also good. He's got 7 points now. Spartan lead back up to 23. A little bit of a surprise here. Aurora U's been in control and in command pretty much the entire game. Wilson, good strong move up and in. Emmanuel Wilson with the bucket. And now we got a whistle, and it looks like Wilson's going to pick up the foul. Indeed it is on Emmanuel Wilson. Fourth team foul against the Cougars. 14:08 to go here. Spartans with a 21-point lead. Doby guarded by Watts. 5'9" guard Joel Watts, junior from Homewood Flossmoor. And now he's going to pick up the whistle. Not real happy with the call. That'll be his first personal and the fifth team foul against the Cougars. Fisher said your hand checking on the waist there. Can't do it. Doby to inbound. Osborne has it. Michael thought possibly to drive. He'll drive again. Pull back out. Fade away. Good. Michael Osborne is just on fire here tonight. 6 of 12 from the field now. He's got 19. And now a whistle against Makai Doby. It'll be his second personal. Fourth team foul against the Spartans here in the second half. 71-48, Aurora U. Strong move to the bucket by Wilson, 4-2. There's plenty of time left, a lot of time left in this game yet. And the Cougars now going to pick up another foul. Scores table wanting to get an official confirmation who the foul was on. Braden Duncan, the official scorekeeper here tonight. Spartans golfers. Mentioned Jack Dorsey, the PA announcer. He was a football player. My cameraman, Ethan Carmine, a lacrosse player. Okay, they changed the fouls on. He's going to be on Darian Williams, number 11. So they got the confusion sorted out. We appreciate that. But it's 16 fouls against Concordia. So the Spartans are in the bonus the rest of the way. We've got 13 minutes to go yet. Inside that jam by Javier. Dwayne Javier, a back cut and a beautiful feed. And now the steal. McCautry the other way. And now stolen right back. And now a breakaway for Walcott. He lost the handle and somehow gets it up and puts it in. Wow. A little crazy back and forth there for a moment, and now Watts trying for the steal. McCautry dish off is knocked away, and here comes Williams with it for Concordia. Underneath, Aaron Brown with the bucket. And they finally got it back under 20 here. A 19-point Aurora lead, 73-54, 12 and a half minutes still to go. A lot of time if you're Concordia. You've got to find a way to chip away at this deficit little by little. Can't get it all at once. McCautry the crossover. Beautiful. Javon McCautry with a bucket and a lead. And now stolen by Osborne, but his foot was out of bounds on the line right in front of the Concordia bench. Greenlee and Matthews will come back for Concordia. Every time it seems like Concordia is going to try and get back in this game. The Spartans answer. And now Josh Holmes is going to come in for McCautry. Doby's going to take a seat as well as Butler will come in for the Spartans. So it's Holmes, Butler, Davis, Osborne, and Javier for the Spartans. Wilson inbounds to Greenlee. You got Collicott, Brown, and Matthews on the floor as well for the Cougars. Emmanuel Wilson. Backs Davis down, knocked away by Isaiah Davis, picked up by Osborne. Concordia bench won an offense foul. There's Osborne, a little push off. No call. Gervier off to Butler. Butler looking to drive down the lane. He'll go down the lane and rimming it out. Wow. Brown with the rebound. Quickly the other way. Collicott. Little hesitation on the baseline. Fade away. Short. And Gervier's got another rebound. Dwayne Gervier in double digits with 10 rebounds on the game to go along with his 16 points. Osborne. He wants to get it to the Gervier. Collicott doing a good job of fronting him. He'll just cross over instead, and a hand check foul against Brown out front. Aaron Brown, the freshman, trying to hang with, with the senior. Michael Osborne knew he had a little bit of a mismatch, so he took it to him. And so that's Brown's first personal, 17 foul against the Cougars. Osborne will go to the line. He's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Right about a 70, close to a 75% free throw shooting game and season. Missed it, but Hilmer snags the board and puts it in. The front end of that 1-and-1, so the Spartans come away still looking pretty good in that. Now the drive down the lane, a wild shot by Greenlee, but the whistle nonetheless, and it'll be on Josh Holmes. It'll be his first personal, 15 foul against the Spartans. That will send Greenlee to the line. 77-54, Spartans with the lead, just under 11 minutes to go in this game. Again, every time it seems Concordia makes a little bit of a move, the Spartans have answered. They did get the deficit down to 13 points in a couple different occasions before halftime, before Spartans had a 15-point lead at the half. Aurora led by as many as 25 in that first half. Free throw is also good there by Greenlee. So the deficit back to 21 points. Spartans continue to hold them off here. Doby on the move. And now driving, and Matthews is going to pick up the foul. And Matthews going, what did I do? Impeded his progress toward the bucket. First personal foul on Jordan Matthews. 8th team foul against the Cougars as Makai Doby will go to the line now for Aurora. Doby 3 for 3 from the line here so far tonight. Well, I jinxed him and he missed the first one. So the Spartans have missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s here so far. Matthews on the drive, trying to get his first points in the night. Still can't get it. Collicott off the mark, no, and Holmes has the rebound. Doby against Matthews. Look for Hilmer rolling to the basket, and he'll just pull it back out. The Spartans being patient on offense with a big lead here as we approach the midway point of our second half. Long fadeaway three is good by Makai Doby. Boy, has he picked up his game here. Now 3 for 4 from three-point range. Looking like a seasoned veteran. As he's gotten more and more playing time, he's really started to come on. That's a great sign from one of your top freshmen. Wilson gets it inside of Hatton. Hatton against Davis, and the lefty's got the bucket. Makai Doby coming into this game averaging four points a game. He's got 16 right now. The lob. Hilmer is off the mark. Good defense there by the Cougars. Back the other way quickly. Matthews down the lane. He'll kick it out. Wilson's three is good. And once again, the lead is under 20 points for the Spartans at 80-61. And Steve Christensen has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout for Aurora University. We got this opportunity to talk about baseball and softball both coming up here very soon, believe it or not. The weather's been warming up here a little bit uncharacteristically warm, to be honest, here for late January, early February. But mentioned the Aurora University softball team under direction of Mike McKenzie, his assistant Daniela Little. They start their season March 3rd down in Kissimmee, Florida at the Fortune Road Complex. They're going to take on Carlow University on March 3rd, and they will be there for a solid week. They come back. Their first home game is March 13th against Wheaton College, a 3 p.m. first pitch doubleheader at Spartan Athletic Park. And these two schools will square off March 24th when Concordia comes to Spartan Athletic Park to take on Mackenzie's Spartans. And another big matchup, of course, always a big matchup against Benedictine on May 4th at Spartan Athletic Park. And should mention Aurora University's home field is also the home site for the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Tournament, which begins May 9th. Will run May 9th through the 11th at Spartan Athletic Park in Montgomery. Concordia University head coach Sarah O'Malley Fisher, her team as well will be at Kissimmee, the same complex as the Spartans, on that same day, March 3rd. Then they start their season against Defiance College from Ohio, and then their first home game is March 23rd against the Milwaukee School of Engineering. That is the upcoming softball for both these schools' teams. And another timeout, talk about baseball for both the Spartans and the Cougars. Back to live action, of course, here. And Doby knocked away. Somehow Hilmer comes away with that loose ball. Spartans have been getting a lot of those here tonight, and now the turnover. Alcott with a steal. Down on the side, and it's stolen back again. Back and forth we go. Up ahead, Osborne. Looks at the three. Nobody comes and gets him, so he'll shoot it, and he buries it. Michael Osborne having a night. 4 for 7 from three-point range now. 22 points. And now he's going to get whistled for the foul, the bump on the move to the bucket. I believe it's going to be on Osborne. Indeed it is. So that will be Michael Osborne's first foul. 6th team foul against the Spartans. So the next one will start sending the Cougars to the line. They'll inbound here instead. A lob inside. Bishop Green gives to Collicott. Watts against McCautry. Quick move down the lane. No, tapped out. Williams with the rebound. Trapp, not sure where to go with it. Kick it across to Watts. Wilson from the top of the key. Short. And Butler's got the rebound for Aurora. And quickly surrounded. He'll give it off to Osborne. And there's a long pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. Nobody touched it. So it'll be Concordia basketball. A little sloppy here for the Spartans coming out of that timeout. But they still hold an 83-61 lead here with 8:13 to go in our contest. By the way, the Aurora University ladies have pulled away up in River Forest, that game against the Cougars there. As Doby with the block, and the Spartans will come away with it. Aurora University leading Concordia now 58-40 in River Forest in ladies action. Spartans looking to move to 17-6 on the season and 10-4 in the conference. Osborne again, a little short move in the lane, tapped away. And there's a foul by Doby as Greenlee was getting ready to race to the other end. That'll be the third foul on Mackay, and it'll send Justin Greenlee to the free throw line with 7:45 to go. So if that score holds true, there's 8 minutes left up there in River Forest in the fourth quarter. The Spartans with a 20-point lead up there. Now if that holds true, Concordia will drop to 6-16 overall and 3-10 in the Northern Athletic Collegiate Conference. First free throw here by Greenlee is good. Matthews will come back in for Concordia. And if you're a Cougars fan, this is not what you were expecting. Not only the overall score, but the fact that Jordan Matthews is scoreless right now. Your leading scorer in the season has yet to score here tonight. An uncharacteristic evening for him. Now the inbounds tapped away, but McCautry quickly and alertly grabs it. The Spartans have been able to take it to Concordia here on the offensive end quite a bit tonight, although McCautry almost lost a handle there. Osborne will bring it back out. Shot clock to 15. They'll reset the offense and go at it again. It cleared out really spread it out. Almost one-on-one here for Osborne, who's been pretty good all night. Good defense right there by Williams. Now the scramble on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. And it will go to the Cougars. Shot clock was down to 3 anyway. And Coach Steve Christensen, not like that offensive set. He's going to call timeout again and talk things over. So utilize this timeout. The Spartans with an 83-63 lead with 7:16 to go. And talk about baseball as well. The Spartan baseball team under direction of head coach Adam Stevens in his 10th year, along with assistant coach Carter Turnquist. The Spartans last year, by the way, were 42-6. They finished the season as NAC champions, NAC tournament champions, regional champions, and they made it to the super regional in the final 16 teams in the country. 42-6, the best winning percentage of any team in the country last year, and they were 1/1000th of a percent off the best fielding percentage as well in the country last year. So a pretty good campaign for them, but they'll start off this year, if weather permits, February 24th against Wabash College at Westfield Grand Park, Westfield, Indiana, with a 1:30 p.m. game on Saturday, February 24th. They'll also play Albion College at that same complex later that day. And then the following day, Ripon College from Wisconsin, a little round robin with the 4 teams there in Westfield, Indiana. The Spartans will head to Florida beginning March 2nd, their first game against St. John Fisher University out of New York. Spartans will be down there for an entire week, play one of the toughest schedules I think I've ever seen for a spring trip. 8 games, all against teams that were in the NCAA tournament last year. A whole bunch of really good teams there, including some nationally ranked teams, and it's going to be quite a trip for them. And then they'll come back, play March 15th at Carroll Stream, the Wheaton Invitational against University of Dubuque. St. Mary's University of Minnesota is there as well as the host school, Wheaton College. And then the Spartans' first home game is March 23rd against Wisconsin Lutheran at Jim Schmid Field at Stewart Complex. That is March 23rd with a noon doubleheader. Spartans also have a very big doubleheader against Benedictine on March 27th in Lisle. They play these Cougars on April 10th in River Forest. And then the Northern Athletics Conference Tournament is May 8th through the 11th. As McCautry with a drive to the bucket and a score for the Spartans. Rory U back up by 22. Pull-up jumper, Greenlee, nicely done. Justin Greenlee with his bucket. He's got 20 to lead the Cougars. And now the foul. He'll pick up the foul. That's his first personal. It's the 9th team foul against the Cougars. So Josh Holmes will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Holmes on the year, just 3 of 9 from the free throw line coming in. Only taken 9 free throws prior to this game. He's got the first one here. So he's now 2 out of 3 here tonight. And if he hits this one, he'll equal his season total coming into this game with 3 made free throws, and he's got it. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. He's 2 for 2 now. So 1 more free throw, he will equal his season total coming into the game. Spartans lead back up to 22, though. 6:15 to go here in our contest. Williams, Wilson, looking for Matthews, tightly guarded by Holmes. Gets it to Matthews. Still looking for his first points of the game. A little crossover spin. In between 2 defenders and a great bucket for Jordan Matthews. You can see why he is their leading scorer. He's got some skills there. He just has not been able to get going here tonight. The Spartans have done a pretty good job on him up to that point. We played almost 35 minutes, and it's his first points. Rory, you trying to take care of the basketball now. 87-67 lead. Gervier, Hilmer, power move, and it's knocked away. Matthews on the move, off to Collicott. Layup is good. And it's been a while since the Cougars have had this deficit under 20 points. McCautry slow to get up. They'll stop play and they'll wipe up the floor. I'll take a quick opportunity to mention Aurora U's baseball team. How about Concordia's? The Cougars under head coach Colin Connor's direction. They're planning on traveling down to Sauget, Illinois, down by St. Louis, to play Heidelberg University February 23rd before they go to Florida at the same exact time as the Spartans. They'll be at the same complex as Aurora University, down at the Russ Matt Invitational in the central part of Florida, just southwest of Orlando. And then their first home game will be March 23rd when they host St. Norbert. Well, that's Concordia College's baseball. As the weather warms up, baseball and softball teams will get going before you know it. And the Cougars knew it here tonight. The Spartans had a 20-point lead on them. They kind of maintained that throughout. And now Osborne hurt himself, or he's cramping up. There's a lot of contact there. And if he's able, he will go to the line right here. But trainer's going to go out and take a look at him. And definitely cramping up. So the Cougars will go to their bench. Spartans will go to their bench as the trainer tends to him. Should mention Aurora University offers youth sports camps at various points each year, whether over the summer or in the winter. And so you can go to athletics.aurora.edu/sports to access the links to those summer camps and fall and camps and spring camps. Men's basketball, women's volleyball, women's lacrosse, women's volleyball, men's volleyball, women's basketball, and women's basketball elite prospect camp all are offered over the summer. Fall camp offerings are women's lacrosse, men's basketball, blue blood prospect camp, and the Spartan cheer and dance camp in the fall. And then the spring camp offering is women's soccer, their elite ID camp. Again, go to athletics.aurora.edu/sports to access the links for those camps that are offered here by Aurora University and coaches and coaching staffs and players. Well, they've had a conversation about it, and I don't think Osborne's going to be able to take the free throws right now. So they're going to Rashawn Searles and his coaching staff to decide who do they want for Aurora to shoot the free throws. You've got McCautry, Davis, Doby, Hilmer, and Jervier on the floor for Aurora. So they are going to pick number one, Javon McCautry. Javon, by the way, is a 73% free throw shooter. I don't know who you really would have picked there, to be honest with you. Everybody on the floor for the Spartans, pretty solid free throw shooters. He's got the first one. 5 minutes to go in our game. McCautry looking to put the Spartans back up by 20. And he's got it. He does just that. Collicott backs down off the glass. Nope. Tapped around. Davis with the rebound, and he's fouled. So again, the Spartans will go to the line, and that is the 10th foul now against Concordia, which is an automatic 2 now for the Spartans. In the so-called super bonus, Isaiah Davis, a 74% free throw shooter coming in. Got the first one. And wholesale substitutions now for Concordia and Coach Searles. Reagan Morrison will come in for Concordia. Elijah White as well. Melvin Holder Maldonado on the floor now. Kieran Heller. And that is Ivan Ravagni again on the floor for the Cougars. Second free throw also good for Davis. 4:45 to go. Spartans 90-69 lead. So 5 fresh bodies on the floor for Concordia. All the starters out. Has not been their night here tonight. Aurora U has had their way. Pull-up jumper is good. Nicely done by Melvin Holder Maldonado, the freshman from Waukegan. 91-71. Aurora U by 20. Coach Christensen leaving his guys out there on the floor right now. Javier drives to the rim, missed it. Somehow gets it back, and he'll go up again. A lot of contact, but somehow it goes in. Looked like it was partially deflected, but it'll sink there for Dwayne Javier. He's got 18 points to go along with 11 rebounds. So a double-double for him. The Spartans lead back to 22 again. Long three-pointer, rimming no. That time by Elijah White. White, a sophomore, 6'5" sophomore from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Mentioned Kieran Heller out there on the floor. He's a senior from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. And a jam by Makai Doby. A little exclamation point here on this Spartans game here tonight. Noah Butler will come in for Aurora University. 3.5 minutes to go. Spartans by 24. The ladies contest about a minute and a half game time ahead of us here. Another jumper off the mark. Doby with the rebound. They've got a minute and a half left there. Aurora University comfortably ahead now, 78-46 as they've pulled away against the Cougars in the second half. Similar here, been a comfortable lead for the Spartans pretty much all game. McCautry, spinning, kicks, cross. Davis, three-pointer, good. Isaiah Davis with the long triple. He's got double digits now with 12 points. 5 players in double digits for the Spartans. It's 98-71 with 2.5 minutes to go as Coach Christensen will clear the bench for the Spartans. Shot off the mark. And a rebound once again for Aurora. They're going to bring it up and get a timeout to get the subs in. That's exactly what they do. So that'll do it here for the starters here tonight. Aurora U, fantastic job for the Spartans. Brock Wenzelman will come on for Aurora. Trace Darby, a 6'4" sophomore from Naples, Florida. Wenzelman, a 6'5" freshman from Herscher. Jeffrey Hilmer on the court as well. Jackson Atkins, a 6'6" freshman from Rantoul. And I'm missing one guy here. Oh, Noah Butler's on the floor. Okay. For the Spartans right now. So it's Atkins, Wenzelman, Butler, Hilmer, and Darby for Aurora University. Another foul against Concordia, so Noah Butler will go to the line. Butler, a 64% free throw shooter on the year, looking to hit 2 here to get the Spartans to the century mark. 2:04 to go here in our game. And he's way short on that first one. Butler's second free throw is good. So it's 99-71 here. Aurora University slowly pulling away and building this lead even more than it's been all game. This is the biggest lead the Spartans have had all night. It's a quick 8-0 run for Aurora U. It was 91-71 not long ago. Elijah White for the bucket and he scores. Nearing a minute and a half to go here. Spartans, pretty good balanced scoring here from the starting 5 tonight. Hilmer on the move down the lane, up and in, and the Spartans will eclipse the 100-point mark. 101-73 Aurora U with the lead. Heller, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go on Trace Darby. So Heller will go to the line. Shoot 2 for the Cougars. Well, I'll take opportunity with a minute left here. A couple quick shout-outs. One to my main man, Jim McGarrah, best lockdown cam in the business. I know, pretty sure he's been listening tonight. Longtime cameraman. I also want to give a shout-out quickly to my sister, Nancy, and my nephews, Dan, who actually is an Aurora University graduate, and my other nephew, Robert, who's a local firefighter. But just thinking of them today, as 2 years ago today, we had a memorial service for my brother-in-law, Frank Bannick. That's been 2 years ago already. That was today, and I know it's a tough day for them thinking back on that. And it's been a tough night here for the Cougars. It's 101-75 Aurora U with a minute to go. On the drive, shot short. Atkins battling for the rebound, and the Spartans are going to retain possession. So 51.8 seconds to go. Hilmer. Guarded by Holder Maldonado. Long three by Butler. No, Hilmer's got the rebound. He'll kick it back out, and the Spartans will try and run some more clock here. They get 20 seconds back on the shot clock as they get that offensive rebound. Now Hilmer. Shot clock down to 10. Atkins got to shoot it. He fires. He got it. Jackson Atkins brings the crowd to its feet with the big bucket. And now Hilmer with the rebound, and that'll do it. Here, 10 seconds to go. Spartans are going to win handily here, 104-75. And the Spartans improve to 8-14 overall, 5-10 in the NAC. Meanwhile, Concordia falls to 11-11 overall, 7-8 in conference play. Spartans pick up the victory here tonight. For Aurora University, Michael Osborne led the way with 22 points, 18 points by Makai Doby, 18 points, 13 rebounds by Dwayne Jervier Jr., 17 points from Javon McCautry, and a dozen points from Isaiah Davis for the Spartans. And that big triple there by Jackson Atkins at the end of the game got the crowd fired up. Jackson, by the way, came into this game 2 points on the season. He just hit a three, so more than doubled his point total as he got an opportunity and made the most of it. For Concordia, 22 points for Justin Greenlee, a dozen points each for Emmanuel Wilson and Jacob Collicott, and 11 points from Brent Hatton. The surprise, Jordan Matthews finishes the game 1 for 6 from the field, 2 points total on the night and a couple assists. The guy who was the key factor in the last meeting between these two teams was a non-factor here tonight as the Spartans were able to keep him under wraps. So, again, the final score here from Aurora University, 104-75. You see it there in the scoreboard. The Spartans with the victory. Reminder, the Spartans are at home again this coming Saturday when they host Benedictine with a 1 p.m. tip-off here in Thornton Gymnasium's Lancaster Court. So on behalf of Sean Fry and my cameraman here tonight, Ethan Carmine, and Sports Information Director Brian Kipley, and the entire Aurora University Spartans Athletic Department, I'm Steve Moga. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. So long, everybody.